Konnichiwa Mina, it's 1935 and the final episode of the Siam Blood and Iron playthrough as we're attacking Spain to try and get over that part of the Philippines, and unfortunately the war is not going in our favor, even though that general right there has a major advantages and it still didn't get us a win in the end. And we still lost way more men than they lost. That's ridiculous. Alright, so actually can't build tanks, unfortunately. So better to build some guards and some hussars. Alright, so we got 18,000 right here. We got 4,000 coming in right here. As we're about to unlock the next upgrade very soon. Looks like they're gonna stay down here. Maybe we'll go over here. As we got all we got is planes. Ain't that something? Just planes. Huh. We destroyed all their ships too in the last part of the episode last year, so they can't bring any more reinforcements. So if we could just somehow kill all these men right here, we can win. But I mean, they're just like, no matter what, they just won't die. And okay, we got free attack and defense. Whoopee! We got major moral loss too. Unfortunately, with this general, okay, we unlocked that. So I guess we'll work on interest banks. Even that's not going to help us with our war effort, as we just lost that. So this July we'll unlock that. Okay, they're not heading down that way. They're heading over here. Alright, so pause. As we'll try and get more men. Okay, they're still spread out everywhere. So I guess we'll go down here first to get these troops. And thanks to our having planes and stuff, we can get a major boost in speed of taking over troops. I think we'll sit there and wait to see what's going to happen. There's those troops. Okay, they finally made it, so pause. They went down there really quickly, too. So now, we'll go send our ships. Maybe we'll do a compromise and go, like, in between here. As the troops are still not being built anymore. Looks like they're taking forever, unfortunately. Oh, shit, they're being attacked. And they're getting killed! Oh, my God! And great, all 24,000 lost. No, we will never accept, no matter what. Never, ever, ever. We will never give up our Philippines that we got from them. Alright, so now, okay, they're over here. And of course, they're still not on their way. Alright, so now, okay, we got more troops coming in right there. So they're still taking their sweet-ass time, unfortunately. Okay, now all of a sudden they're being built. Now they're not even coming here now, so set the national focus to over here instead. The waypoint, I mean to say. Alright, I'll get your ass down here. We'll build some more hussars, since they have a lot more attack than planes. Alright, so now here we go. We got 36,000 troops. We're going to get these guys on board. As almost all of our Philippines got taken back, unfortunately. But like I said, they have no capacity to bring any ships over, so they can't resupply them either, thankfully. Alright, here we go off their coast, as we're now into May. We're going to invade down here first. See, okay, they still got 12,000 troops right there. Alright, so... Alright, here we go. I think we're going to go over here, get our troops from over here, you know. We'll start over here. So we got 9,000. Then we'll go pick up maybe those guys in a bit. Thanks to those planes, we quickly took over that territory. Now we're going to go up here. Looks like they're heading up there, too. Maybe we can get that territory quick before they get up there. Unfortunately, shit, it's not going to be the case. They took a big loss right there, but damn it, our general isn't just that good enough. But looks like they're taking a whole bunch of losses right there, too, thank God. But unfortunately, we're taking a lot of losses, too. As now we're losing a lot more than them. Oh, my God. That was probably our best hit we gave on them. That still wasn't enough. Alright, so go pick up you guys. Now we're going to go over here. We pick you guys up. As we got 21,000 right there. Alright, so you're all on the move, thankfully. And Damn it! We still lost so many, even though we killed a whole bunch right back at them, too, thankfully. Christ's sake. SK ships coming up close. Coming right back up. And it's about to make its port land, and there we go, so pause. So combine you guys, and get onto the boat as we're nearing the end of this episode. Hey, we still got troops up there, so we didn't kill them all, thankfully. Maybe if we just hurry, we might be able to catch up there in time. Turkey fell to fascism now. Ain't that just lovely for them? Okay, unfortunately they're on the move, so we better get moving ourselves back up here. Start from the top up. If we could just make it time. Okay, we got that. So now, we're gonna research you, even though you're not gonna have any benefit to us whatsoever at this point in the game. As ain't that lovely? It looks like we're not gonna be able to unlock you in time. Unfortunately, we're attacking them down there. And of course, didn't deliver any losses pretty much to them. We're just gonna ignore Spain at this point. We're not accepting, so don't even bother offering. We need to be able to build more guards and stuff. This is ridiculous how we cannot build any pretty much. So pause. Alright, so now, okay, we got 12,000 more troops right there. Got 3,000 down there. Unfortunately, we can't really move them. Alright, so now, here we go. Alright, we took over that territory. Now we're going to go down south. And begin occupying that. Sucks another general died. As our ships are about to land very soon. And damn it, still not there we go, finally. Get these 12,000 men over here quickly, while we still have time. And I love when I do this, you pick on the troops instead of the ships. I mean, the troops are on the ships, so why not just pick the ships? That makes more sense. Hey, we got tank factory. So let's see, could we build tanks now? And of course, looks like we can't yet. And like that, I hit unpause like 5 times and it never unpaused. As we got a reform we could do. We better get you guys to land. As we'll increase 10-hour workday. God damn, we're taking a big loss. Okay, they're taking a whole bunch of losses too since we had Duggan support. Now, please, can you troops please land in time so we can defend them, hopefully? Just please, already land! Taking major losses, but unfortunately, we're still not keeping up. Okay, looks like they finally landed. Yes, they landed. Hopefully I can provide some more time. As the series is almost over. And of course, we can't move those troops over. Still got 9,000 up here. And of course, nope, still can't build any tanks yet. Oh, Christ's sake. Unfortunately, we're barely hanging on right there. They're taking like no losses pretty much at this point, whereas we're taking a whole bunch. Okay, they finally took more losses finally for once. But we still lost a whole bunch of our men too. Alright, get onto the ship you go. As we're now going to send you guys over here now up. Really? Here we go again, like I said. I mean, it's common logic. If they're already in the boat, they're not in the reticle, why not just pick the ship and not the troops? That makes more sense. I don't get it, Paradox. I mean, that's not the case at all in EU4. If I have troops on a boat and I pick over box, it just picks the ships. Why can't it be the case in Vicky as well? As they're about to finally land, we can hurry up and get over there in time. And I mean, that seems a little unrealistically too. It takes a whole, like a couple weeks to land, when in reality it should probably only take a day to get all the troops in there, even back then. Alright, so now we got 15,000 troops right there as we're now into November. So we got that occupied. Looks like they might be heading down, so we'll go over here now. Alright, so... and this war is just definitely not going good for us. Alright, so... okay, they finally landed. So get moving. Alright, so once... I think we're going to move you guys over here instead. If you could just hurry... There we go. Got it. Alright, so now we're in December, the final month. We're going to begin invading down here. And of course, you can't do it because you got to be all the way over here. Down to the final weeks of the game. Lost that now. Alright, as we're going down to here now. And unfortunately, we're still just barely holding on for dear life as we're now taking over this. Alright, we got one final tech upgrade before the end of the game. Ain't that just lovely? Alright, so now we'll do you. As we begin taking over this. Alright, as we're now in Christmas. Well, near Christmas. Now, Christmas Eve. As we're down to the final week of this game, as I better start slowing down the speed. Go back up to the 28th. Alright, we took over that, so we're going to begin invading this. As we're now the 29th, the 30th. We lost a province, oh well. And that's it. So, okay, print screen, I think that was? No, it's F12. My bad. There we go. So I got a map saved. So, this is it. The Siam Blood and Iron Siam playthrough is over. As we got one more day left. Oh, Republic of China got much bigger. So, wow, this game was probably the toughest of them all because remember at the very beginning we had that terrible start where fucking Burma and Dynam invaded us, took over those provinces, and it took us many decades to get them back, but we eventually did, and took over most of Dynam, as you can see right there too. We eventually got all this part of Southeast Asia. We got all this right here. We took over the Philippines right there. That was a big gain right there. Took over Bali. Took over the Bowen Islands, which for many decades I was fearing Japan would probably attack us, but in the end they never did, thankfully. We took over Macarene. We took over Somalia. So that's the fourth game I've completed now where I've had at least one territory in Africa, although this was the smallest territory. And how about that? The war between the British and Japanese still never ended. It went on for like over a decade. It never ended! Oh my god, is Turkey starting to get their territory back. And, of course, we gotta remember I got these two territories over here in South America. Or, in Argentina. I mean, not Argentina, Chile. And, in Uruguay, too, which unfortunately we never got to turn to states and stuff. Although, unfortunately, we suffered a lot of tough losses, like, right now in Spain, which, of course, we'll never know what will happen with this battle, since it could have gone either way. But, of course, we're never gonna know in the end. And of course, look at this too, if you think about it. The British Empire had their empire completely destroyed. And of course, also Africa too is very interesting how the colonies and stuff changed. China was broken up into millions of pieces as they're starting to still reform. I mean, reorganize. India got broken away. They're starting to have like their unification wars and stuff like that. Germany got broken up before. France was broken up before all of a sudden turned around to become a second power in the world as Japan finished the game as the #1 power, which they had for decades and such. So good for them and stuff. So wow, this was a very interesting game and such. It sucks it ended the way it did, not being able to take over the Philippines, which I was so hoping to get done in time. And just I think if I had a general on there, which I still don't get, but if this was like the very beginning of the game, I would definitely make sure they had a general on. But by 1933, pretty much every army by default would have a general on it. So I, for life of me, do not get why wasn't there a general on that brigade I sent. If I had a general on there with a high attack and stuff, maybe the war would have been different. Maybe I could be winning right now. Instead of being like in a stalemate pretty much that's been very bloody, unfortunately, as Spain just keeps fighting on and stuff. But in the end, it was still successful if you think about it. I got Siam, who was an uncivilized nation, and I actually got them to a secondary power for a couple years. Remember, it was like a time where I kept falling in and out of secondary power status before falling off for a while. And all of a sudden I turned it around and got back into secondary power status for a couple decades in a row. And then at the very end, I almost became a great power. We made up to number 10 in the score. And we finished off at 12, mainly because of our fallen military, unfortunately. So the game was technically very successful. It just had a lot of unfortunate things to happen to it that kind of ruined it. But hey, that's going to end off the series right here. I hope you guys enjoyed it as I'm lower the speed down to -1, as we're now gonna finish off the year. See what happens here, and that's it. As let's see, the socialists have the #1 in parliament, with the fascists just #2 right there. As conservatives lost a whole huge percentage of vote. Wow. Hey, minimum life frame went up. Yay, although that's not gonna really benefit us this time around. So, anyways, 100 momentous years have passed, and we have entered the modern age. The world is a radically different place. How did your country do? And here we go. As you see, Japan #1, 5,200. France second at 4,600. The U.S. third at 30, almost 4,000. Fourth is Austria-Hungary. Britain is 5th, and then North German Federation 6th, Russia 7th, and Italy 8th. As you see, a Chinese sub-state #9, the Netherlands #10, Republic of China 11, and we're right there, 13th place. And of course, another German sub-state, 13, Belgium 14th. Hey, Austria got secondary power, good for them, and Mexico stayed great power at 16. Almost 20 million people. We were up there in terms of provinces. Factories were right up there for a while, but we were at the bottom, not bottom of the list, but like the bottom top half. 56% literacy. That's the worst I've gotten in any of my games, mainly because it just would not go up quickly enough. Even though I think I did all the education reforms when we became civilized. I'm pretty sure I did the education reform event when we were westernized and stuff, but that didn't help us in the end. So that's the worst of all the games so far, unfortunately. We had, believe it or not, I find this really funny. At one point, before I attacked Spain, we had the 4th best navy in the world. Even all the great powers in the world didn't have a navy like us. So wow, that was pretty incredible. And that mainly because building all those battleships at the end have got us close to great power status. So, yep, that's going to end this series off here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, as I got no other game at the moment besides my GSG Vicky Mod America playthrough. Because I just finished the Russia playthrough the other day, which there's still episodes coming up of this. By the time you see this, I'll probably be done. Hopefully I'll get a new game to decide, but I haven't decided what yet. And I still got to test out if OBS will work on Europa Universalis 4 before I can do a series on that. So it might be a while before I get a second or third series up. So I hope you enjoyed the Siam Blood and Iron playthrough, as here is the final map of the game. So thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next series.